What did you see last night that made you like? Well, obviously you won a game, and that was the whole point, right? Where it's like trying to turn this tide a little bit. But what have you seen that makes it feel like you can sustain this and keep this going?
I think what we need to do is again, like keep that focus and intensity, be the aggressors. Um, I feel like a lot of the times, we get hit first and then we react. But you got to be the aggressors. You got to come in with a focus and mentality to like just attack no matter what we're doing on defense, on offense. Like just be aggressive. And I thought we did a decent job of just being together, getting stops. The second unit came through. They played well that second quarter. So yeah, I just think we need to stay tied together and just bring that focus and intensity.
You mentioned aggressiveness quite a few times there. Is that something that's been sort of obviously lacking for you?
Well, I just think that again, like we have good moments, and then we just have moments where we're not as aggressive, like on both sides. So I just think that as long as we keep um, that mentality and just that focus, I think we can be decent, But we got to do it for longer periods of time.
At the end of a game, if you're at like 35 versus 39 minutes, do you feel that at the end of the game, or is it only like sort of cumulative that
Like, I don't want to say that I don't feel it, but yeah, I mean,
like how much of a difference does it make? I guess.
I don't know yet,
Yeah.
right? Unless when
Only
I
at
do it,
39.
when I
Yeah.
do it, then I guess we figure it out. But um, yeah, I think I feel it every day, so it's good though. I don't mind it. And again, my focus on is on doing everything that I can for us to win. Like, and I'm a soldier, so whatever is out there, like I'm ready to do it.
I guess my point is like you got some more bench
Hmm.
minutes than you had than you had the previous
Right.
games, and so do you feel like you have more energy to make plays in the fourth quarter?
I don't think it matters. Again,
Yeah.
I don't think it matters. But at the same time, like I love the fact that they
Yeah.
played well and they was out there on the floor, and we need more of that. So I won't complain about that. That's for sure.
We hear rhythm, rhythm, rhythm all the time, but especially yesterday in that first quarter, you and Christian had some great moves. Like there was an extra pass. Do you feel like there's a little bit more of a rhythm, even specifically with
I don't know, man. Yeah, you can say like look at our record, right? Like again, we're just trying to chip away. Like we want to, and I always try to say like let's focus on one game, man. Like in the grand scheme of things, like we obviously like we know we're not where we're supposed to be, but we can get ahead of ourselves and just like we gotta focus on every single game, treat it like it was our last, and just focus on that and try to continue, like I said, staying together, continue to build that chemistry that you're talking about, and just making plays for each other, like be there for each other, um, and like at the end of the day, like we're gonna have to do it. Like there's nobody else. Nobody feels sorry for us. Nobody feels like again we got to do it. And I feel like I'm tired of talking about it. Like, we just gotta we just gotta go out there and do it, right? Like, and hopefully we build a little momentum and get some wins in a row. But
The lack of calls aside for Christian, what are you seeing from him lately? Because it seems like he's taken another jump.
yeah, no, I like Christian. I like what he's doing, and what I always try to tell him is like just focus on the little things. Like you have the gift, and like that came from above. Like like, and you just gotta continue to just work and focus on the little things that we talk about, picking our defense, like making sure that you stay straight up. Like, and one of the things, like I mean, obviously he's a shot blocker. He wants to block shots all the time, but I just always tell him like just you being there is like a problem, like, and it doesn't show up in the stat sheet, but like when somebody comes in there, they got to think about it. So you got to just know that, like, use that size and not trying to make a play every single time, because that's gonna come. But I love his energy. He finally jumped and finally got it done. And I always tell him that he's not jumping. He just thinks because he's tall, he can just score without jumping. But yeah, he jumped last night, so that was good to see.
Pascal, those possessions towards the end where you were matched up with Dame defensively and you were able to get stops on him. When you talk about being a top five player in the league, how much are you relishing those opportunities as well, in addition to what you're doing on the
Yeah,
court?
no, I think I'm a complete player. Like that's what I strive for sure. Like I wanna be on defense. I wanna rebound. I wanna pass. I wanna like score. Like I wanna do it all. And that's one part of my game that I think that again. I don't know if like obviously we don't when you the person that has to score the basket. We don't really look at your defense that much. But I do think that my defense is there. Like I can definitely guard a lot of people out there, and I think for me, the most important thing is just like, man, we gotta like just we just got to do these things like to be able to win. And if I have to do it, like I do it. I don't mind.
When you're matched up specifically against a guy like Dame, what are the keys and factors?
You just try to do your best. Like those guys, like it's just I mean, like this is the NBA, and those guys are like talented. He's like one of the the top percentage in the NBA. So you just gotta try to do your best. And sometimes you come up with with a stop, and sometimes he scores. So that's just what it is. Like I don't think like those type of guys, there's nothing really you can do to really stop them. You can be lucky sometimes and stop them. That's fine, and I take that. But like those guys are so talented that you just try to do your best.
Is that the biggest thing? Just like not paying attention to like the result of the shot?
Yeah, just because I think like people make tough shots. Like that's what the league is about, and there's so many players that can do that. So. Focus on the game plan, whatever the team wanted us to do, just try to do that to your best of your ability, and sometimes they miss, sometimes they don't.
You have talked before about how you don't pay attention to things that aren't happening outside of this team. How do you trade deadlines in a month? People are going to be chatting about all sorts of things. How do you keep that stuff out?
Just do it. I don't know. I don't. It literally doesn't concern me. Like I come in every single day, man. Like I have my routine, 1 foot, in front of the other. No matter if I had 2 points or I had 30, like doesn't change anything. Like I'm doing the same things every day, and like what's that gonna get me to worry about like what's gonna happen in the trade deadline? Like that's not my job. Like I feel like I do a lot, so just let the other people do their jobs, and I come in and do mine, and at the end of the day, like I could care less, unless my phone start ringing and it's like you're going somewhere, like that's the only thing, right? But other than that, like I'm here, I'm coming to work every day, and I let the people that do their job do their job.
What's it like for you when Norm was traded? What's it like to have guys who you're friends with, who you build a relationship?
Yeah, it hurts. Again, you wanna you build a relationship with these people, and you consider them family, and they get to move. It's hurtful, but at the same time, like it's year 7 for me. Like I get it, it's been happening, and it's hard, but you get over it because at the end of the day, like we still doing our jobs, and no matter where these people go, like they still get to wake up and play basketball for a living, which is incredible and amazing, and that's really what it is. Like we stay in touch, and again, like I said, it's a business, and just part of it.
Pascal, the core that you guys have right now, I'm sure you asked this more over the next month with the deadline, but do you guys feel like you have it in the room right now to be able to turn things around?
Yeah, I do believe so. I think, like I said, I always say that it's a couple of games that you look, could have won, like didn't happen, and that's the NBA. And I think that just understanding how hard it is to win, and we got to be able to do every single night. Like I was saying earlier, like longer stretches of good basketball and togetherness and all those things. That's what it's going to take to win. But I do think that we have the talent.
I appreciate it's not just one thing, but are you seeing more signs from the second unit, a little more consistency?
Yeah, no, like I said, I love the that second quarter. Like they came in, like they did everything, and there was energy, rebounding, like defending, like they did it all, and they've been working hard. Like they've been working hard. We've been honest. Like I mean, that's what everyone talks about. So they really work hard, and I'm happy that they play the way they did, and I hope that they keep that same mentality and intensity and swag and confidence, and they just go out there and play basketball.
I appreciate your job is hard enough right now, but is input in front office something you either want or you have right now? Is that something you care about?
Bro, like I said, I don't know why you keep asking me these things. Like, this is not my job, man. Like, this is not my job. Like, I don't know what you want me to tell you. Like, yeah, it's not my job.
It's not your job, but you're 7 as a vet. Do you remember in your rookie year someone getting you out of a press conference so they could go first?
I mean, there's a lot more things that happen. I think the rookies have it like easy. Yeah, I think Christian, he doesn't get to do anything really, but maybe like get cards or something. I don't know. He doesn't do anything. So,
I don't see the pink bag anymore.
right? There's no popcorn or nothing. Like just feels like we had to do everything. They didn't do anything. Like even carrying the bags, nothing. I remember we had to bring the gear to the hotels. I had to wake up at 8 o'clock every time. Shoot around is at 10. I have to wake up at 8 to bring the clothes to everyone. And, they don't get to do anything.
Singing. Wasn't and they're singing.
Singing, there's all that. Like even birthdays, it's hard for them to sing happy birthday. So I don't know, man. Like
Was
it's
Kyle in charge of making sure? All
yeah,
that stuff?
yeah. Kyle was a little bit more stern, you know. Like
Well, maybe you
I
and
feel
Fred
like
gotta get a little.
yeah. I gotta talk to Fred. I feel like that should be Fred's job. Like I feel like they don't really like. I'm too nice, I guess maybe.
Good cop, bad cop.
Yeah, I think Fred gotta like take that job maybe. But yeah, they're not doing enough. I know that. So that's this little. You gotta let me come and do my interview before you. That's nothing.
I'm sure you could get him to sing now, though. Just saying.
Yeah, no, we can. We gonna have to. Yeah, he's gonna have to do
Couple
something.
mics
Yeah. Nah, not right now. I'm not gonna do it to him.
Should we ask more questions just to tick him up?
Yeah, maybe. That's fine. As I'm saying, what is he gonna go? He has nothing to do home. Thank you.
Are you starting to feel more comfortable than you think you were earlier in the year?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like, I feel more comfortable. You know, I think we kind of halfway through the season, so I have a lot of games under my belt. So I just feel more comfortable out there. I know what I have to do better, and I kind of know what the team needs from me even more now, and I just try to do the best at it.
There's talk about a rookie wall, or because you play so many more games and it's just way harder at the NBA level compared to college. Are you feeling that?
I mean, a little bit. Man, the biggest difference is just here, games are every 2 days. We got practice every day. And in college, you play 2 games every week, so it's like you don't really feel that on your body like that. But here, it's like you gotta really take care of your body and be ready every day.
Pascal was saying how much work the second unit guys have been putting in. How good did it feel yesterday to finally see some results of that work kind of play out in that second quarter?
Man, it felt really good. It felt really good because the last couple of games, I think the bench we didn't play. We played terrible. And we know for us to be a good team, for us to be the team we want to be, we have to do a better job. When we get on the court together, we got to do a better job defensively, offensively. And I feel like we did a really good job yesterday. We did a really good job, and we needed that win, so it was really good to get the win.
How important is that? I mean, obviously it's important for a lot of reasons, but taking pressure off of the starters so they don't have to play 40-plus minutes, and is that part of it as well?
Yeah, definitely, because we know if you can give them like 2 or 3 or 5 extra minutes to rest, that's going to help them. That's going to help them when they're going to come back on the court. They're going to have more energy. We can see it yesterday. Like when Freddie came back, he was picking up full court. He got that extra energy, and I feel like we need to do a better job every day like that. And I think if you do that, like I said, we're going to get to where we want to get.
Nick sort of stuck up for you after the game and said, well, if they ever stop calling fouls on him, he could get a few block shots. After a game like that goes well, but some frustrating calls. Do you go back and watch and okay, I need to show my hands a bit more? What's your process like to sort of cut down on those?
After a game like that, I always go back and watch I basically watch the whole game most of the time, and I see what I did wrong, what I did right, and I mean, some of those fouls, they were actually fouls, but some of them I don't think they were fouls. So it's just I don't know what to say, but I'm just gonna continue to do my job. I'm not gonna shy away from going a contested shot. I'm always gonna do that, and whatever they call me, I'm just going to deal with it.
Is there one thing you need to maybe accentuate for the rest to see or to not see?
I don't know. Probably just show my hands and just jump vertical. Sometimes I'll be maybe lowering my hands a little bit, but I don't know. I just feel like I just gotta show my hands better and then just go up vertical.
You were talking about the bench last night, and it sounded like that rotation that you got with Hernan Gomez and Hernan Gomez and Koloko coming up. Does that feel sustainable? Is that something you'd like to stay with, or is that just sort of waiting on Precious to sort of maybe move the needle in?
Well, I don't ever think we ever can. I mean, I worked last night, right? I think when it does work and you feel good about it, I think it was good in both halves. You probably are going to look at doing it again, right, and see what it looks like. I think it's all such a work in process, and never, we're always trying to say, oh, geez, once we get our rotations down, we'll be fine, and then we know where that leads us, and guys are missing and all kinds of stuff. So for right now, I think so. I mean, and doing what we did in the second and fourth was a total departure or totally new thing. But I think that like I said last night after the game, I think that probably at our best when Chris and Precious get some more elevated minutes and can do what they can do at a high level when they're going, when they're clicking.
Nick, when you were talking about getting back in transition and sort of having them go back to a spot as opposed to getting cross-match and things like that, do you view that as just a base point where, hey, let's establish this and go from there, or do you see that as, hey, this is something that's working, this is what we want to stay with?
Well, I think that what we're trying to do here is get them a plan, simplify a plan that can just kind of plug the holes, right? I mean, defensive transition's a concern, especially with those guys right now. So we're just trying to, kind of plug those holes for now and give them a different plan and see what it looked like. And we've worked very hard at it. They've worked very hard at it. So hopefully it'll be okay. I kind of like it. It's different, and it's certainly changes the rhythm of the game for both ways. So it's kind of interesting so far.
Fred made a comment the other day about the bench, saying that it's tough when you come off the bench. You got 2 minutes to prove yourself. If it goes one way, you're back on the bench. He said he was like that years ago. Is that just the nature of being a bench guy, or how do you deal with the fact that guys only have a couple minutes to prove it? Otherwise,
well, they shouldn't have a couple minutes, right? It shouldn't. I think those were unfortunate nights for those guys. But I would say this: it's not like they're going out there and they're like, you got 2 minutes or else. It isn't the case at all. I just think that when something happens like a major run, that you got to react to it as a coach, right? I certainly don't want it to be 90 seconds or 2 minutes or whatever, not at all. But I think in certain circumstances, you have to react to it.
The Scotty Thad thing seemed to be smoothed over pretty quickly, and players obviously have disagreements from time to time over the course of a long season, normally not so publicly. I guess my question is, when a team is struggling, do those types of things happen more frequently? And as a head coach, how can you moderate and help diffuse situations like that?
Well, I think, first of all, what you said is right. I spoke to both of them today, and they're barely like anything happened. So for me, we just move on from there.